We are not here to merely make a living. We are here to enable the world to live more amply, with greater vision, with a finer spirit of hope and achievement. We are here to enrich the world, and we impoverish ourselves if we forget the errand. And each and every one of you sitting in this room tonight are just as committed as the YAA is to making this night possible. This evening's recognition of scholarship recipients and appreciation for those who provide the means to help deserving students succeed in life is a statement. This event has a message to bring to you, a message to our entire community, and we are able to deliver this message of fundamental importance because supportive individual donors, businesses, corporations, associations, and distinguished guests have generously made a commitment to these values. The values that this organization stands for. To all of you who have taken your time to come here tonight and acknowledge the students for their academic merit, we thank you. Your commitment to academic excellence and to the YAA is commendable and one that we literally treasure. To all of the scholarship recipients, we extend our congratulations. We are proud of you, and on behalf of everyone here, I congratulate you on your academic achievements. We have a wonderful program scheduled for tonight. You will hear from some of our most distinguished leaders that come year after year to voice their support for this cause and for the support of this community as a whole. To begin, we will start with the playing of the Yemeni and American national anthems. I would ask that everyone please rise and face the flags. We would like to recognize the distinguished guests that have taken time out of their busy schedules to be with us this evening. We have, and please rise as I call your name, U.S. Congresswoman Debbie Dingell, Michigan House of Representative Abdullah Hammoud, City of Dearborn Mayor John O'Reilly, Dearborn Police Chief Ronald Haddad, Tim Cambridge on behalf of U.S. Senator Gary Peters, Dearborn Board of Education Treasurer Hussein Berry, Superintendent of Dearborn Public Schools, Dr. Glenn Maleko. Wayne County Commission Chairman, Gary Warnchak. Henry Ford College Vice President, Dr. Michael Nealon. Wayne County Commissioner, Sam Baydoun. And representatives from Moundale Public Schools. We also have our new trustee, Adil Moses, present. Am I missing someone?
Roxanne McDonald.
Oh, sorry, my apologies. Roxanne McDonald, and I also see Leslie Harris here. Thank you. So before I introduce our first speaker, we have with us one of the most distinguished religious leaders from the community who'd like to share a few words. Please join me in welcoming Sheikh Bilal Al-Zihani. My apologies, Sheikh Muhammad Al-Bashir.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. No, if I'm mistaken, Alex is my student, actually, so I'm proud either the teacher or the student be here before you today. It's such a wonderful event. I greet you with the Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace and the blessing of Allah be upon you. It is a reminder for this noble student for their high achievement in the educational field. My reminder to them, they are going to be towards a long journey following the graduation from the high school. Some of them ahead of them 5 years, 6 years, or 3. But you should embody in your mind that your achievement today is a cultivation of a family support. Mom and dad, brother and sister, schools, city, government, state, dignitaries, congressmen, all of them. You are actually you are on the spot of their eyesight. Remember always to tell your story. Your achievement today, it is a story. Not of the gathering, no, who is going to be here. Then they look at achievement. What you stand for is the achievement. It's not the character that how tall, white, black, Yemeni, Palestinian. However, the predominantly attendees and the audience are the Yemen. And here, celebration of achievement for the Yemeni students through Yab. So you are not but a storyteller. You need to tell your story. This is a cultivation of a long story of your parents who came here as immigrants. And storytelling is a framework of the American culture. Without telling me who you are, what you stand for, no one can know you, no one can evaluate you. Also, while you are telling the story, you also embody an essence of a faith that's very encouraging for advancement in education. You always remember the faith to which you have allegiance. Start the first word that touched the earth from heaven in the word read to Prophet Muhammad in his isolation in a cave. With that read, all this civilization of Islam that encompasses the whole world. Your knowledge is just part of that legacy. You have a character, very impressive character, very achieving character, open character, full with empathetic endeavor, looking for the future, volunteerism, and just mention a few. So we hope that while you are celebrating your achievement today, the benefit definitely you are going to reap in the future is greater than what you are being awarded today, this award. Always be ethical. That number one cornerstone in your achievement and success and in your future. Embody ethics, honesty, trustworthiness, dedication, devotion toward the goods. And may Allah be with you. As Prophet Muhammad says, إن الملائكة لا تضع أجنحتها, the angels of God, was laid down its wings to carry towards heaven those who are seeking knowledge. إن الملائكة لا تضع أجنحتها لطالب العلم رضاء مما يفعل. And he also says, every single fish in ocean or sea, every bird that flying by, every trees, mountain, or stone, will pray for someone who seeks knowledge. May Allah bless you, bless your family, bless your schools, bless your teachers, bless the dignitaries who are coming here to celebrate and be happy and share with you and rejoice with your family. May Allah guard all of you, and I again greet you in the peace of Islam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Thank you, Jazakallah khair, Sheikh al-Bashir, for the motivational and inspiring speech that you shared with us this evening. Apparently, I also missed 19th District Court Judge Mark Summers, so if you'll please stand up. Thank you for joining us tonight. So our next guest speaker, this event would not be possible without the continued efforts of the Yemeni American Association principals. The president, Saifullah As-Sufi, has been a leader by example. He's one of the hardest working men I know and a proud member of the Yemeni community. Please welcome to the stage the president of the Yemeni American Association, Saifullah As-Sufi.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, city officials, educators, and honorable guests. On behalf of the Yemeni American Association's General Membership and Scholarship Committee, it is my honor to welcome you all to the Yemeni American Association 22nd Annual Scholarship Award Dinner. Tonight we celebrate another round of high school graduates. The Yemeni American Association continue to recognize the accomplishments of our youth to promote and foster the pursuit of higher education in our community. Education is one of the most powerful transformative agents in our society. It can reshape our community, economic landscape, broaden our minds, and refine our behaviors. Through initiatives like this, the Yemeni American Association can take action towards not only supporting new graduates with some of the financial burden of colleges and universities, but more importantly, advocating the importance of education in the collective minds in our community. I want to say to our graduates tonight, always be optimistic about the future, excited about its endless possibilities, and eager to explore its hidden wonders. This is the time that will impact the rest of your life as you charge into the world, full of new adventures. I hope that you will remember your high school peers, teachers, and mostly your parents because of the important values they have instilled in you. This year marked a very special milestone for the Yemeni American Association. We have exceeded over 500 scholarship award recipients since 1997. Many of them earned a high degree, including many with PhDs and leaders of various distinguished fields. We need to see new blood in our organization leadership. We need your skills, your ideas, so you can help your community. Your participation and involvement is essential. Serve your city, help your neighbors, volunteer in your local schools, and run for a public office in your city or state. You are the future of tomorrow. And don't be discouraged by what our president said last weekend. I wanted to say to our president, Mr. President, don't get our children discouraged or to be pessimistic about their future in the United States of America. What we taught them to our first generation, second generation, and the third, that United States of America, it belonged to all of us. To our sponsors, we cannot express our sincere gratitude for your generous contributions. Your continued support to Yemeni American Association is essential. To continue the work we do and making events like this possible. This support indicates how much you value education and show your interest in playing an essential part in the success of this community. We are fortunate to have the best and most loyal sponsors in the state. I wanted to thank the scholarship committee led by my mentor, Muhammad Said Abdullah, and his children, especially Amal, and also the scholarship committee by Anwar Saleh, Jamal Haidara, Taifullah Mahsen, and the rest of the team. And I want to thank Qasim Zawahir, our photographer for tonight, and our own photographer, Khalid Al-Humaydi. Not to forget our own IT, information technician, Qasim Ali Gailan. I hope that you enjoyed tonight's program, and God bless America. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you once again, Brother Taifullah. John B. Jack O'Reilly, Jr. has served as an elected public official in Dearborn since 1990 and as mayor since 2007. Throughout his public career, Mayor O'Reilly has consistently demonstrated his commitment to Dearborn communities by working to preserve the city's high quality of life. For nearly 30 years, he has represented this great city proudly, both in city council as well as our mayor, and we are very blessed to have him here tonight. Please join me in welcoming Mayor John B. O'Reilly, Jr. to the stage.
Thank you for your kind words. I want to start by asking everybody who's contributed to tonight for the scholarships to stand up and just be recognized. Anybody? Don't be shy. I also know there are, and the thing is, we know there's a lot of other people who have, but that's what I want you, the people who are going to get these awards, to understand that it is so important to the people that are represented here, so important to the people who look for you to do more things, great things, and represent them well everywhere you go. And so you want to think about that. And when you're going through this and you're all right. And I just ask you to think about, what people are willing to do to support you, and you need to then think, how can I most effectively honor them in terms of what I do, how I do it, where I go, and the faith you have to have in yourself. Every one of you have already proven you can do whatever you want to do. Don't get dissuaded. Don't let people give you an idea that maybe you can't achieve your goals. You can, you will, if you stay with it. Take every advantage you can to learn what you can. And as I said, my mantra when I became mayor was one Dearborn. We all belong to this one family of Dearborn. We all have to look out for each other. We all have to be there to support each other, because that's what makes us strong. That's what gets us over these idiots who are trying to divide everybody, trying to give an idea that we're not all part of the same whole. We are. Everybody in this room and everybody in our community has the same rights. They have everything is the same. There's nothing different. Once you're here, that's how it works. And unfortunately, there are people who don't know it. But you know it, and we all know it, and we're behind you. But make sure that you are always yourself. Follow your own lead, and you can't miss. Thank you for being here.
When it comes to higher education, community colleges are truly the backbone of the American dream. As institutions of opportunity, dedicated to meeting both the needs and the expectations of our society and its people, a significant number of students continue on to earn advanced degrees, thus joining the ranks of many who got a running start in community colleges across the country include Henry Ford College. Vice President Dr. Michael Nealon once said, HFC must prepare students to become highly skilled workers, meaningful contributors, and effective leaders in an ever-changing world full of emerging complexities and possibilities. That is the true essence of any successful college. Please help me welcome the Vice President of Henry Ford College, home to many of our recipients this fall, Dr. Michael Nealon.
You can blame Abdul Hakim al-Sadat for having a teacher wedged in between a mayor and a representative of the state. He was in my office a week ago, and at the end of our conversation, I found out that I was invited to speak tonight. So it is really quite an honor. And I told him that I would say that it's an honor to spend the next 45 minutes with you. But that would get him in trouble. Seriously, I only have a few remarks. One, I hope that today what we'll be able to do together is to support the work of the Yemeni American Association and associations that are sisters of it, that we will celebrate our high school graduates and soon-to-be college students, and that we will continue to strengthen the partnerships that we have in our community, because it is the right thing to do. About a month ago, I sat in my office just a few miles from here with my colleague, Dr. Daniel Herbst, the Vice President from Student Affairs, and we had the opportunity to meet Rina Hazimi, who is the president of the Lebanese International University in Yemen. His campus is located in the capital city of Sana'a in Yemen. And we listened as he spoke of the fact that students would sometimes come to school and there would be no electricity because of the outages in the city. They would not be able to get to the campus via the bus or taxi or car because of the disruptions to transportation. They came and had to work their way around fires. And he even showed us how bombs blasted off within blocks of the college campus. And even one further step, that people would barge into the president's office and demand what the academic culture and what the academic curriculum needed to look like. Change everything that you're teaching. This is frightening. And yet that school remained open, teachers continued to teach, students continued to learn. What do we learn from that? I think it was a vision. It's a vision that many folks in this room share, that education is seen as a solution. Education is a pathway. Education is a ladder that we can climb from deep in the darkness up to the light of a better and braver new world. That's what we're celebrating in the achievement of today's young women and young men. When I think of that, I think of the mission of Henry Ford College. We state straight out that we are about transforming lives and building better futures. But what does that mean? Let me take just a minute here to share with our young scholars of tomorrow what it could mean. And I'd like to suggest that transformation starts with a paradigm shift. A paradigm shift from a world that wants you to believe that everything is about but, either, and or. A world that is binary. A world that is dualistic. A world that would have you believe that there's black and there's white. That there's right and there's wrong. That there's Democrat and there's Republican. That there's Sunni and there's Shia. That there's this and there's that. Why do we settle for that? We can believe in a world that is non-binary. Your work, your leadership, what you can do in this world for us is to teach us of a world that is non-dualistic, that says this is not about but or. This is about both and. There's room for all. There's room for us to hold on to the otherness and to be comfortable with that. Now that's what students, I think, are learning at the schools that these young folks are going off to join in the next few weeks, really. Some will be starting their new academic careers in August. But let me share with you right here in Michigan the fact that these students have beat the odds. These students are already winners. These students have bucked the trends. Let me give you some numbers. What do you think these numbers mean? 93, 44, 26. I sometimes get to stand in front of groups of 8th graders, and I'll ask 8th graders, how many of you have in your future the idea that you should maybe go to college? 93, there's the 93. 93% of middle schoolers in Michigan say, yes, I'm going to college. The 44? The 44 is the percentage of those students that will actually enroll. 26? 26 is the percentage of those students that will actually graduate after spending 6 years of chasing a 4-year degree. And if you are a person of lower means, of different color, and you live in Detroit, that number can continue on down into the single digits. Here's two other numbers, 50% and 15. Anyone want to take a guess? 50% of the high school graduates going off to college will end up working and earning less than $15 an hour for their life's wages in the state of Michigan. Is this a but or? Are we okay with this? 55 million, 63%, 36%. We believe by 2012 there'll be 55 million new jobs. And for these people that are graduating and that are going to be inventing and imagineering the future, their jobs don't even exist yet. 55 million of these jobs, and we know that 63% of those will require at least an associate's degree, probably at least a bachelor's degree. But the reality, only 36% of Michiganders have an associate's degree or higher. We need to turn the tables of what can happen. So what can happen? Well, I asked some of the teachers at Henry Ford College to tell me a little bit about Yemeni American students. Yemeni American students that have taken their courses, that have graduated from the college, and that have sometimes even come back and helped others to live their dream. And these are the top 10 things that they list when they describe the characteristics of Yemeni American students. They are industrious, they are intelligent, they are hardworking, they are dedicated to the sheep, they are ethical. They are ethical. They are co-owners of their own learning. They are motivated. They are willing to help others. They demonstrate initiative, and they are committed to excellence. I want to commit to something here tonight. And it's risky to do so, perhaps, with some members of the Board of Trustees here. But I think that there's a way to work together with YAA and with NAYA, so the National Association of Yemeni Americans, and I've been meeting with Abdul Hakim, and we've been talking about these things. What can we do for Yemeni people in Michigan who are here on temporary protected status? We at Henry Ford College can work with you to find a way to make going to college an option, a reasonable, doable option for those people. Again, working with YAA and working with NIA, we can develop and nurture a scholarship program to identify and support first-rate Yemeni American students to the college of their choice. This is not about recruiting for Henry Ford College. This is about getting students to their future. And lastly, I pledge that we will work collegially and collaboratively with YAA, with the National Association of Yemeni Americans, in trying to do our very best to serve the Yemeni American population and learning community here in Dearborn. To the students, I want to leave you with 3 prayers that I think, regardless of your religious bent, are easy to memorize and you might find helpful in the time coming. They're very short. The first prayer is help. When you need something more than you feel you can get from yourself, do not be afraid to ask for help. Whether it's from one of your own colleagues, whether it's from a teacher, whether it's from Allah. You will be saved. You will be helped. That help is there for the asking, but you must ask. The second prayer is thanks. Adopt an attitude of gratitude. Every one of you are leaving here tonight with so many reasons to be proud, but you are also blessed, and not all students have the blessings that you have. So recognize that. And the last prayer is wow. Experience the world. Show us a new one. And make it a both-and world. Thank you very much.
So I'd also like to recognize Representative Isaac Robinson, who just joined us, better late than never. Thank you for joining us tonight. Our next speaker is a good friend of mine and a great advocate for our community. Wayne County Commissioner Sam Baydoun has dedicated his life to serving people through real estate and now improving the lives of residents as a voice for our communities. Please help me in joining Mr. Wayne County Commissioner Sam Baydoun to the stage.
you, Ma'ali, for that kind introduction. Assalamu alaikum jami'an, and good evening to all of you. Wasn't supposed to speak, but I just wrote a couple of things I'd like to share. First, I would like to congratulate the Yemeni American Association for another successful scholarship dinner. Kudos to you. Kudos to you for all you do to improve the lives of our children. And congratulations to all the students who are being honored tonight. And I have a small message to our honorees, the students tonight. Just want you to think about this with everything going on in the last few days. We are part of this great American fabric. We belong here. This is our country too. We are here to stay. We are not going anywhere, okay? We love our country, and our diversity is our strength. The greatness of America lies within all of its people, including those who were born abroad in Yemen, Lebanon, Palestine, and Syria, and became naturalized citizens. And because of that, we are the greatest country on the face of this planet, and our diversity made us the greatest country on the face of this planet. May God bless this country, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Many organizations are working to help Yemeni families from starvation and disease. One of the lead organizations is Pure Hands for Mankind. Pure Hands for Mankind was founded to provide relief and developmental support for people in need and provide much needed humanitarian assistance and resources. Effective humanitarian response and development require effective leadership, such as that of Muhammad al-Hajjaji, the Executive Director for Pure Hands for Mankind. Please help me welcome Muhammad al-Hajjaji.
Assalamu alaikum. Bismillah. I just came back from Yemen 3 months ago. I visited many schools, places. Alhamdulillah, we should thank Allah for the blessing and what we have here. As you know, more than 45% from the school out of the order in Yemen. So for our student, we celebrate their graduation today, so we need to understand the situation what we have here and take the advantage and try to achieve our goal. As the sister Shia mentioned, Pure Hands we established in 2012 to help those in need in Yemen. Alhamdulillah, from that time we have more than 3 million people in Yemen, but the need is still more and more. More than $63 million been sent to Yemen for different programs, but the need, as I say, is still more and more. What I see in the ground is more than what we hear in the media. So we would like to put our hands together to help our people in Yemen. At the same time, we do some work here, and I like the idea of the doctor from Henry Ford College he mentioned. Inshallah, Pure Hands, we willing to be part of this programs. We do many work and many help for those in need, help in different ways here inside United States, even if we focus outside in Yemen. Again, thank you for Yemeni American Association for this great gathering for the successful, and I'm happy to hear from brother Sophie what he said. More than 500 students they've been helped from this program, and we're willing to continue to support it. And for this organization and other organizations, thank you for all. Assalamu alaikum.
Software developer Adil Mosif was appointed to the Henry Ford College Board of Trustees and Dearborn Board of Education. An alumnus of the Dearborn Public Schools, Trustee Mosif has been a proactive, member of the community for many, many years. Among many accomplishments, he co-founded what is now the Michigan chapter of the American Association of Yemeni Students and Professionals, AAYSP Michigan. Trustee Moses has stated that one of the main goals for becoming a board member is to strengthen our public school system and get our students ready for college and beyond. That has been the path he has always led, and we are honored to have him speak here tonight. Please help me welcome Trustee Adil Moses.
Thank you, Maali. Distinguished guests, parents, teachers, and staff of institutions and friends, and most importantly, the 2019 Yemeni American Association Scholarship recipients. Assalamu alaikum and good evening. It is my pleasure to be here with you tonight, and on behalf of the Board of Education in Dearborn, I would like to congratulate the Yemeni American Association on its 22nd annual scholarship dinner. And congratulate also our honorees. I am joined today by my colleague Roxanne McDonald, and as well as cabinet members from the Dearborn Schools and Henry Ford College. So I'd like to also, I don't know if she was mentioned, our councilwoman, Leslie Herrick. So welcome, it's an honor to have you with us tonight. Friends, 15 years ago, I was in the same spot that our honorees were in tonight. I was honored by this association in giving a scholarship for the work that I did in high school, and that recognition was one of the major recognitions that I hold dear to my heart. And I was preparing for this speech. I was thinking, what were my feelings at the time? And I'm trying to guess the feelings that our students are feeling right now. Perhaps you might be saying, I've been speaking too much and we need the food ASAP, right? I hope not. Or you might be saying, what are we gonna watch right now after the Game of Thrones is gone? The matter of the fact is, the feeling that you are feeling right now, graduates and honorees, is never gonna be repeated. So make sure that you take it all in right now. It's never gonna be replaced. Let it sink in and raise your head high, because you join now a rank of recipients over 22 years from the Yemeni American Association. I hope that your education doesn't stop forever until you pass to the hereafter, but rather you would accelerate from now and attain your life goals, attain your higher education credentials. As Malcolm X once said, education is our passport to the future. For tomorrow belongs to the people who prepare for it today. I'd like to ask all the graduates and all of the honorees to stand. And I'm sorry for making this a little bit awkward, but I'd like you to stand, please. And I'd like you to stay standing, because look around, the people around you, Sheikh al-Bashir and Mr. Dayfullah Sufi and the Mayor O'Reilly, they said it best. You are here because the result and cultivation of these people around you and the work that you have done as well. You will always be successful when you have these people on your side. Your parents, your guardians, your uncles, your aunts, your friends, and even your third cousins. You can sit up. So in the time of adversity and the time of harshness in the political arena, you will continue to lean on those great people, and you will conquer what's next. Realize that you will have many quests out there for you, more sunsets for you to run into, and remember to write your own legacy, and never, never ever apologize for your faith and for your culture. I would say embrace it and make it your headline. Mr. Dayfullah said to the honorees not to be pessimistic about what our president said. And I tell you,
be optimistic, because you're going to be resilient and you're going to prove them wrong. Now, if you can excuse me, I'll say a few words in Arabic, because I'd love the parents to understand this in their mother tongue. الأمهات الكريمات والآباء الكريمون الموقرون الجميع، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بالنيابة عني وعن أعضاء المجلس التربوي في مدينة ديربورن، أحب أن أبارك لكم في هذا اليوم المشهود الذي يتم فيه تكريم فلذات أكبادكم من قبل الجمعية اليمنية الأمريكية، ونشد على أياديكم لتكملوا المشوار في الخطوات القادمة. فالتعليم حاليا لا يتوقف عند الثانوية، وإنما يجب أن نواكب القرن 21 وأن يحصل أولادنا على التعليم الجامعي في الماجستير وإن شاء الله الدكتوراه. كما تعلمون العلم أسمى مبادئ الحياة، فغالبا عندما يكون الإنسان متعلما كلما كان آلة للخير والعطاء. أتمنى أن تصبروا على أبنائكم 4 سنوات 6 سنوات 8 سنوات، فقد صبرتم 12 سنة، وأن تحصدوا ما سيجنون. فعندما يكونوا متخرجين في أعمال مرموقة ستكون رؤوسكم مرفوعة أيضا، وهذا يأتي من فضل الله سبحانه وتعالى ثم من فضلكم. فوفقكم الله لما يحب ويرضى، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Thank you, Adil. It's always so inspiring to see someone that's gone through the journey of education and now in a leadership role and representing us. Thank you once again for representing us well on the Board of Education. Dr. Mike Qayed, also known as Dr. Khalid Shajara, a Yemeni activist and community leader, would like to share a few words with us. If you can please approach the mic.
Assalamu alaikum. You know, I'm going to speak for a minute from the perspective of a student, as I graduated from Henry Ford Community College in 1983. But I will also speak as a parent, because now I'm a parent of students that graduated from Henry Ford Community College. But first of all, I want to thank Muhammad Sayyid Abdullah and Dayf al-Sufi. These 2 guys I've known since I was a child. They always sacrificed for the community. So thank you so much. Now as a student, my message as a student to the parents is thank you for believing me. Thank you for staying up at night with me. Thank you for lifting me up when I was ready to give up. Thank you for making sure that I didn't stay late. Thank you for making sure that I didn't hang around with the wrong crowd. Thank you for being a real pain at that time. Because as a result of all of that, I'm here tonight. I'm here tonight and I'm being acknowledged by people who care for me. People who acknowledge my hard work, in my sincerity, in my discipline to succeed. And Mom and Dad, I gotta tell you, this is just the beginning. You're gonna see many nights like this, and I'm gonna be the center of the attention. So thank you, Mom, thank you, Dad. Now, as a parent, to the students, you are a rising star. We are here tonight because of you, because of your hard work, because if you believe in yourself, because you did the right thing. We could not watch you 24 hours and 7 days a week. We tried, but there's no way we could do it. You did it yourself. You are here because of your effort. And we have so much expectations of you. You're gonna make it. You're going to be a leader. You're going to be a shaker. You're going to be the one that says the glass is half full. You're going to be the one that's going to say to those naysayers that you don't belong here, that no, I belong here. And you belong here. Because that's how I was raised. So thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad. And as a parent, thank you, son. Thank you, daughter.
Our next speaker is the reason why we are all here tonight. With an overall GPA of 4.22, Shabab Abdullah is an all-Downriver League Conference Scholar, an AP Scholar, an AXA Achievement Scholar, EFA Ethel Ford High School Student Council Vice President, member of the National Honor Society, Superintendent Advisory Council member, and Yemeni Student Association member. MashaAllah. Shabab is undoubtedly a very bright and talented student. We are very proud of his accomplishments and involvement in the community. He will be headed to University of Michigan, Ann Arbor this fall with a focus on pre-med field of study. Please help me welcome Ethel Ford High School 2019 graduate Shabab Abdullah.
Thank you for that introduction. I'd just like to clarify it's Shahab. Don't want you guys to be a little confused. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, city officials and honorable guests. On behalf of the YAA members and scholarship committee, it's my honor to welcome you all once again to the Yemeni American Association 22nd Annual Scholarship Award. Testing, 1, 2. 22nd Annual Scholarship Award Dinner, and that's a mouthful. Tonight we celebrate another round of high school graduates, as YAA continues to recognize the accomplishments of our youth to promote and foster the pursuit of higher education in our community. Education, as most of you know, is one of the most important transformative agents in our society. It can reshape our community's economic landscape, broaden our minds, and refine our behavior. Through initiatives like this event, YAA can take action towards not only supporting new graduates with some of the financial burdens of college, but more importantly, advocating the importance of education in the collective minds of our community. I want to remind our graduates tonight to always be optimistic about the future, excited about its endless possibilities, and eager to explore its hidden wonders. This is the time that will impact the rest of your life. As you charge into a world full of new adventures, I hope that you also remember your high school peers, teachers, and your parents most of all, and the important values they've instilled within you. To our sponsors, we cannot express our sincere gratitude to you for your generous contributions to this effort. Your continued support to YAA is essential to continuing the work we do in making events like tonight's possible. We are fortunate to have the best sponsors in the state. And a final note, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank my father for the person he is, a family man who gives back generously to the community and finds the time to guide my siblings and I to the kind of reality that he was never given. I want to thank him for being my role model in life and making me the man I am today. I wouldn't be here today without his love, support, and guidance. And I'd like to wish everyone a blessed evening and enjoy your night. Thank you.
Thank you, Shahab, for reminding us of all why we are here tonight, to support our future generations and to watch them succeed. And now, a message from the Lieutenant Governor to our award recipients.
Hi, everyone. This is Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist, and I just wanted to send a special message to say congratulations to all of tonight's scholarship awardees. You've all worked so hard and stood tall. You should be proud of all of that hard work. Your education is what is going to empower you to be our future leaders and innovators, and I am excited to see what you'll all do next. Michigan is better for having students like you. I'm really sorry I couldn't be there today, but I hope you have a great event. Congratulations again, and continue to stand tall.
up to the podium, as he is no stranger to the stage. He will be spearheading the roll call for our scholarship recipients.
We almost forgot Judge Summers. I'm an attorney, if nobody knows, but I made sure to put his name on the recognition list because I don't want to be held in contempt. So, first off, before we move on with the presentation on the scholarships, we do want to thank Joe Bazzi. I know I saw you running around here. He does a wonderful job, and I think you noticed there have been some beautiful renovations done. It's just every year in, year out. Because of his efforts and his staff here, we always have a very great event. So we're going to be breaking up the presentation of the scholarships. We have various contributors here that are going to be passing out scholarships in groups, so we're going to ask you to come up to the stage. Okay. First off, though, I'd like to ask that the dignitaries here present, we'd like you to help us to present the scholarships. If you all can hopefully fit here behind me and arrange yourself in the best way you see fit here. Don't be shy.
In that order.
And once again, obviously, we want to thank our sponsors for so generously contributing to today's event. Also, I did want to say, I don't think I've heard it a few times, but the parents of the children, I think they deserve a round of applause. You've raised wonderful kids. You've done a wonderful job, and we commend you for your efforts. First, I would like to ask Mr. Muhammad Abdullah and Executive Director Muhammad Al-Hajaji, Executive Director of Pure Hands. They will be introducing the first set of scholarship recipients, as well as Hussein Omar. Oh, I'm sorry, Shahab Abdullah. Shahab Abdullah, you are our first recipient. Hasina Omar. I think it's Hasina. Rasha Nasser. Aya Fadama. Next, I would like to ask Ahmed Shaybani from Yasmin Bakery and Anwar Saleh from the YAA to help us introduce the next set of attendees, or scholarship recipients. I'm sorry, Ahmed Sablini. I apologize. Saad Yahya.
Imad Al-Qasimi. Ahlam Aburhain. To introduce our next set of award recipients, I'd like to ask Mr. Abdullah Mashrah and Dayfullah Sufi from the YAA. Dearborn Fresh is the, thank you. Dearborn Fresh is the sponsor for the next set of award recipients. Hamam Saeed. Abdul Kareem Sharif. And Dalia Saeed. I'd like to invite YA board member Dayfullah Maudi and Mr. Muhsin, and attorney Majid Mujni to please come up to the podium and present the next two scholarship recipients. Rahab Al-Qadi. Ahmed Al-Sada. Amani Abu Ali. I guess, okay, Miss Abu Ali is not here, but we accepted on her behalf. So I'd like to introduce YA board. Mr. Qasim Ali, YA board member, to present the next two scholarships, if you could, with Khalid Shagir. There he is. Fukraya Al-Shubi. Suhair Ahmed. Another sponsor is Dr. Muhammad Al-Saidi of Henry Ford Hospital, who could not be here tonight. Dr. Al-Saidi arrived in the United States from Yemen as a student in 1999. He graduated college followed by medical school. He completed his residency at Henry Ford Hospital in Detroit, Michigan. Dr. Al-Saidi is now a staff neurosurgeon at Beaumont Hospital. Being here alone was not easy for him until he met the Johnsons, a loving couple who supported him throughout his college career. This scholarship is in honor of the support and kindness shown to Dr. Al-Saidi as a youth. Dr. Al-Saidi selected one of the students to receive the Getwood and Johnson Scholarship in honor of the Johnsons. The student who will be receiving this honor tonight is Edsel Ford High School graduate, Sarah Nashar. Congratulations, Sarah. And she made a point to remind us, to correct me, she graduated from Universal Academy. Once again, I'd like to congratulate all the scholarship recipients and the Yemeni American Association for their exemplary leadership and commitment to our community. And it's dinner time, so everybody enjoy your dinner. Thank you for coming. Thank you, sponsors. Thank you, parents.
مبروك لجميع الخريجين، مبروك لجميع الخريجين. Congratulations to all students.
We also have Salah Sabih Sham and Solidarity from Moscow, and we're applying her certificate.
I was going to break the stage and I told her that way.
Okay, we all set.
Thank you so much. مبروك لجميع الخريجين هذا اليوم، مبروك للجميع. أستاذ بندر السلام عليكم. هذا صفحة المغترب، حياكم الله. أهلا وسهلا الأعزاء، يا مرحبا.
يا مرحبا بالدكتور. هذا هو